All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shemal, Shabbat, Shema Kakwadash. Double honor
Let's
to the
get
apostles and others, great millstone. Shalom to Allah. I came out there pushing the words, sincerity, and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do this lesson pertaining to watch out for Satan. Um, that was a saying that I remember hearing years ago. Apostle Gabar would tell the previous leader, that he got kicked out. Of course, you already done. He would tell him, watch out for Satan, watch out for Satan, watch out for Satan. At times, they would have conversations, and that was like a statement that he would throw at him, which, clearly he didn't watch out enough, and he fell victim to the devil. Scripture speak about lifted up with pride, falling to the condemnation of the devil. And that's a real spiritual saying, and I was thinking of that in regards to this book that I'm going into. I'm, not too deep in. I'm an hour, 20 minutes in. I'm listening to it through audio, trying to go through books with a few brothers in the camp. One of the brothers in, of course, Charlotte. He's also in a certain, book dynamic. We're going through certain literatures, of course, going through the scriptures, and we looking into certain books, spiritual books that can elevate our insight and our mindset. But I just wanted to kind of speak in regards to this book, to give a light synopsis and just speak pertaining to that. Pertaining to this, now it's a book written, I think that's his name. Yep, Napoleon Hill. He's a pretty popular author. I heard of his name and a few other writings. I can't think of them right now. I could maybe look it up and find some stuff pertaining to him. But in this book, he's having an exchange of or oral exchange or a dialogue with Satan himself, and he highlights basically what he does to control what he calls drifters, or another term is the 98%, because he said it's only 2% of people that he doesn't have fully in his clutches. And he said those are the ones that think critically, critical thinkers, as Apostle Har says. They actually walk with a sense of purpose, walk pretty much with the light in front of them, spiritual light in front of them, with the Most High navigating their steps and not moving on their own accord and their own drifting, lustful mentality. And he speaks about so many different angles that he works. He speaks about, he works through the governments, he works through environments, he works through your mind, he works through propaganda, he works through food. He works all in all, which the scriptures liken Satan as the prince and power of the air, meaning he can, if you think about air is everywhere. You can't breathe without air. All right, so air is even in the water. All right, you got hydrogen, which is 2 parts oxygen. So, well, it's not necessarily air, but it's oxygen, of course. But nonetheless, the flow of energy is all throughout, and he speaks about himself being a negative, pretty much the negative to what he calls his opposition, which is the Most High, the positive, which is, he calls, pretty much looks at the Most High as his adversary, and like I said, this is something that brothers could go into it if they feel the need to. It gives you, like I said, a heightened understanding on a lot of the guises and tricks that Satan uses in your walk, so that you can sidestep it and overthrow those spirits through those demons. Because, like I said, one example, he speaks about cigarettes, excessive drinking of alcohol, excessive eating. He said a lot of people, throw off their whole digestive enzymes, and that pretty much puts them in a weakened catatonic state to the point they can't resist and pretty much fight off spirits. And he said habits come in multiples. So due to the fact that those spirits can come, spirits invite spirits. If you slip, you pretty much open up a door to Satan himself. So for us brothers in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we have to keep ourselves out of the like the scriptures speak about the wiles of the devil. And matter of fact, let me get that. Because this man, the spirit, has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He has an endless bag of all kind of different tricks that he can use, whether it's your women, children, everything pretty much has Satan in it. Like I said, your food, your water. And there's different ways you can leverage yourself and leverage your mind so that you can sidestep or counter those spirits. But you have to know, you have to have the scripts. You got to have the spirit of the Lord working with you. That's why a lot of these jakes that try to do it without the Lord, where do they end up? They end up as straight vessels of the spiritual demon Satan. They get tossed and turned whatsoever they will. They easily influence. And all in all, they'll either die or fall into the fall victim of the circumstances, go to prison, or they'll just be a simp in society. Just head up the woman's ass and no dog in the fight. But this is Ephesians 6:10. Matter of fact, yeah. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Yeah, so the wiles represents the tricks, or the schemes, the plots. Like I said, like I was just not saying, this man has all kind of different ways that he can capture your mind. And it's spiritual warfare. Ephesians the 6th chapter tells you is written of the layout of this spiritual warfare that we're undergoing. Matter of fact, I'll go into it. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. And I always think about that. It says the rulers of the darkness of this world. So showing that the rulers of this world currently uphold darkness, against spiritual wickedness in high places. 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Verse 14, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you may be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Yeah, so Satan comes to attack. He weaponizes his gifts on the left-hand side, and you have to have the shield of faith, the belief even in itself that you're going to be able to get through, because faith itself is a weapon, of defense, but nonetheless a weapon. Because if you think about a shield in warfare, a shield is instrumental in the survival of your personnel. When do you see warriors go to war without a defensive weapon? Now there's some type of instances where an individual may carry two swords to battle, but that's a rare occasion. I seen one show, they had this guy Gannicus on the show Spartacus. He would just carry two swords. One he would use, of course, defensively, or he could use both of them defensively, and he could use them simultaneously to attack. But the general concept of warriors would be a shield and a sword. All right, one to defend, and you could do some attacks with it with your shield also. To push forward. You could do certain uppercuts or certain jabs with your shield. The shield can be effective, but primarily it's a large it's a large defensive tool that you use to cover the mass amount of your body, and you can shift it, of course, from low guard to high guard. And you see how far that in the movie 300, the Spartans, how far that they was getting with that concept. So I'm gonna end it with this: 1 Peter 5:8, or is it 2 Peter's? Excuse me, I'm in Timothy. Yeah, so 1 Peter 5:8, it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Yeah, so these spirits are out to get us, man. Once you come into the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, you make yourself a target for spirits, all right? And they try to come through you through your mind, through your woman, mainly through those two objects, of course, through your job. There's so many different other ways and renditions through your health, that these spirits try to gobble you up or take you out. But with every action, there's, like Scripture said, there's always a way to escape. So we got to take the necessary steps so that we can, get out of the pretty much untie the lasso that these spirits is looking to, put us in, because it's like Scripture speak about the subtlety, the subtlety of Satan, which that's the web. It try to put us in the web. And he even says that in that book, once I got you in a certain web, it's pretty much damn near impossible to get out, But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord makes a way. So I didn't want to make this long, just want to make it short and sweet for brothers. Of course, keep an eye out. Never think that this man is not on your shit, no matter how much financial growth you may get or certain things that you may get put inside your life. It's always going to be a spirit that comes with it. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Kakodash. Devil, the apostles, and the elders, a great millstone. Shalom, Akim.